Hey guys, my name is Sanjay. Welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. I'm joined by my good friends Torin and Clayton. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thank you everyone in the chat as well for joining us. Let us know what's on your wrist. But first, Clayton, since you're clockwise to me, how was your weekend so far and what's on your wrist?
Yeah, great weekend. To an authorized dealer I'd never been to before. They just got Omega recently, so they didn't have a great Omega selection. But I did try some IWC on.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, nice.
the lug to lugs just don't work for me, even if the diameter does, unfortunately. But it was nice to try. I tried a Spitfire Mark 20, tried a few on, so that
Yeah.
was cool. And they're watch geeks there, the salespeople, so that was refreshing. That was like they said, just come back and chat watches with us, even if you don't buy anything. We like this, so that was cool. I'm
Yeah.
wearing the GP casquette
Oh yeah.
tonight. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Great choice. How about you, Torin? How's your weekend? You go hiking?
Yeah, just got back from a hike with my brother and I.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little cooler today, but finally got some snow on the ground, so it was pretty
Yeah.
scenic.
Yeah. Got any cool wrist shots there?
Yeah, I gotta post some stuff later,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
I'm actually wearing my latest acquisition, so it's
Oh yeah.
Seiko Sarb 017, the Alpinist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was very nostalgic for me. I think doing my State of the Watch collection video at the end of the year and looking back at my other Sarb and my Grand Seiko, the SPG X117. I
mm-hmm.
just really like the back catalog that Seiko has, especially for JDM watches. So I was
Yeah.
kind of really wanting to pick up an Alpinist, so I got
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah. That's very
Yeah,
nice.
awesome. Yep. One of the
I
best
had
green dials and watches. I stand by that. I always like that green.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too fond of that green, but it is the OG, not
Yeah.
the OG green, but um yeah, it was the cool green before green was cool, you know?
Right.
So I respect that watch a lot. I had it for a while too, but
Yeah.
never really warmed up to it.
Yeah,
Well, and
I
Seiko
never
really
or
expanded the Alpinist catalog now, right? Like
yeah.
with
They
the
did.
Laura Alpinists and the different spin-offs to the original one.
Yeah. Even the baby alpinist. Some people don't like us calling it that, but
Right. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't like a lot of things. Hi, the topic of the show. But on my wrist is the vintage Ulysse Nardin that was gifted to me by Mr.
Very
Walter.
cool. That's such a cool watch.
Yeah, it's
That was
so
that
cool.
was awesome.
I let the date creep out on me for a bit, so I was eagerly counting down the days till I could wear it again because I have to have everything set on a watch that I wear. So this stayed in a drawer for about 10 days, and I was like, I don't really want to wind the crown that much to get to the right
Right.
date.
Hmm.
So I was waiting for close to a month to wear it again. But yeah, it's that time. So I'm happy to be wearing it again. It's really nice. 33 mil, by the way. Look at that.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks at home on your wrist. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, I think. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat here. We got Bill. Good to see you, sir. Wilson, how's it going? James Duffy's here as well. Good to see you. Hey, Pale Horse. How are you? Chaz from the Berg. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you as well. Hope you're taking care. Let's see. We got, hey, Walter. Speaking of Walter, there you go. Wilson, Torn post stuff. Yeah, on Instagram. Everyday Watch Guy. Bobby Legs. Good to see you, sir. How's it going?
Great pictures too, if I might add.
Yes, Torrance pictures.
Yep.
Oof,
Oh, thank
good
you.
stuff. Um, says he misses his Sarb 033. I miss my 035. Oh, super
Not
chat
well, yeah. Oh,
from Mr.
wow.
Legs. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. TGV smiling somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Now I just need
Um,
the flighty.
Yeah,
The Seiko Flight Master.
yeah, there you go.
The
And you're right.
SARB 017 did not last long in my collection either, but I do like that green.
Yeah.
Overall, the watch didn't do much for me, but that dial was nice.
For me, it was like the opposite. I never, like early in my collecting, I never gravitated towards that. I bought and sold multiple times the 033 and the 035.
Hmm.
And then it's just now I've been more nostalgic for picking it up. So this is my first time owning it,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
I
After the prices shot up through the roof.
yeah, I sold my 035 in immaculate condition in box for 200 Canadian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can
Sad.
borrow mine if you want.
Sad days. No, I don't want to put myself through the agony of doing that. Chaz is wearing the Pelagos LHD. Very cool. Keith Davis, pleased to meet you. Hope you're doing well. Asking if Lug to Lug is the main driver of watch fit in comfort.
For me, it
Oh,
just I don't like when they overhang. That's just personal preference.
mhm.
That's just it's kind of a bummer on because the Spitfire. I really like the bronze Spitfire, with the green dial.
Yeah,
But man, the it's just I know it will bother me. It works. It doesn't quite overhang, but I don't know. I think it'll bother me, so I'm just not gonna go there. I'll
yeah,
probably like find some neurotic reason to sell it because I'm like focusing on the lug to lug.
yeah,
So
yeah. I would say it probably is the main driver, but it's not the only driver.
yeah,
Um, so
Yeah,
for
for
my
me, I also
OCD
consider it a
more than
weight.
comfort, right?
weight is a good one. So Torn thickness is a big one
Yeah, weight
for
and
me.
thickness.
Hmm.
Yeah, because a lug to lug that might be encroaching on the edge of my comfort zone um, could be a really thin watch, and it might,
Like a pilot
um,
watch. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it might work really well for me. And then there could be something that is theoretically out of my lug to lug zone, but has curved, and it
Yes.
like fits the contour of my wrist,
Yeah.
and I might find that perfect.
Yep.
So like the SBG A231, the Grain Seiko Titanium Diver. That one has a 50 lug to lug,
Yeah.
and I felt like the curvature of that case was
Yep.
just right for me. A lot of people would look at the pictures on my Instagram and say that is far too big for you, but in real life, it was okay.
Yeah, they photograph larger and
Yeah,
video larger.
I was looking at some photography videos, and there's like lens distortion is actually a real thing.
Hmm.
I thought it was just people making excuses, like me trying to make an excuse, for it doesn't look like that in real life. It's fine, but there is actually lens distortion is an actual thing. Um, Especially when you get into wider angle. I know nothing about any of this, but from what I hear, wider angle lenses and stuff like that. So yeah. I'll leave that because I'm not competent there. James saying Omega Wii Master on his wrist. Great choice there. Hey Mez9, good to see you. Ken Spear, how's it going? Hey Mr. Hans Wilsdork, good to see you again.
Hey, Tom.
Um, let's see. Bruno's wearing the Review Tommen Airspeed Chrono. I am not familiar with that one. I keep saying he had to pass on a beautiful Eternacon Tiki. Lux Lagos 52. Yeah, that would be a pass for me too. I saw that unboxing, Hans or Tom. Now that I know your name. That's a good looking piece.
Yep.
Kevin S, how's it going? Owen's here. Good to see you. Um, Mez9's wearing his SARP 17 too. There you go. Look at that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Such a strap monster, that watch.
Yeah. Kevin S is wearing his Green Dial King Turtle. It's Seiko Saturday after all. Everyone's wearing Seiko. But TGV is smiling at that too. Michael Nauer, Scarfa Treasure Seeker on his wrist.
Cool.
And Ken Spear is wearing the Kamasu, Orient Kamasu, and Zelos Mako 3. Great choice, sis. Great choices. Yeah, hey, I'm drinking a coffee right now. I shouldn't be, but I'm drinking a coffee, and I just wanted to mention this. Last week, I was ragging on Colin. You guys probably, I don't know if you saw it, but I was ragging a bit on Colin, because Colin likes nice coffee, and you see like his setup every once in a while on his Instagram or the pictures that he posts, and my workplace got a new espresso machine. Like not just an espresso machine, but it's like a really state of the art looking thing. It's got coffee beans in it. So they've got away from like the pods. I'm guessing environmental reasons. So no more pods, but they've got these coffee beans and it grinds it then and there, and gives you your espresso or cappuccino or whatever. And I'm sure Colin would scoff at it, at how terrible it is, but it is so good. I'm a changed man. I can't. This coffee sucks. I can't drink it anymore. I can't do it. I I honestly considered driving to work today just to get a coffee because I didn't
Wow.
want the coffee I make at home just sucks now. Coffee at Tim Hortons and McDonald's just forget about it. It's just
I mean,
ah.
you can just buy a coffee grinder and grind your own beans at home.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
You can do a French
so I was
press really
actually
easily. You can do
researching this,
French
right?
press. You can do pour over. You can do all that stuff at home real easy.
So I normally pour over. I have
Mm.
like I don't like the carafe coffee maker coffee, so I just boil the water and I have a filter and I pour the coffee
Nice.
the hot water myself. But I was researching grinders, like coffee grinders, and they're pricey.
It's a
Um,
slippery slope. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want a really good grinder, you can get up there in price.
yeah, because you have to have like apparently you got to have consistency of size for coffee grounds for you to have a proper tasting
Yep.
coffee. I
Yeah.
just can't do this. I can't get into coffee. This is not good.
Oh,
So
it's going to be worse than pens, isn't it? You're going to go
I,
full in.
I've
You're gonna
watched
go
so
full
many
barking
coffee
jack.
YouTube videos. I've watched so many coffee YouTube videos. I'm learning how to steam milk. I don't have a coffee steamer. I mean a milk steamer or whatever you call that stuff. It sucks. So I don't know. Thanks work. Thanks for getting that amazing coffee machine. Anyway, so tonight's topic, from that aside, was watches that actually kind of offend me. It's obviously tongue in cheek. I hope not to actually offend people by talking about watches that offend me, and they're not really offensive to me. Like if I see the watch, I'm not going to be offended, and cancel that person. But in a world where offense seems to be really forefront, I thought this was pretty funny. And okay, so the watch that triggered this. Oh, I'll talk about that in a bit. But some ground rules. I'm not the obvious ones are kind of out, right? Like offensive because they're so egregiously expensive. I think that's an obvious reason. So I'm not gonna go into that. Offensive because something is like a fashion watch, Daniel Wellington. That's another obvious reason. So I'm not gonna go into that. Offensive because it's a replica, so it's a knockoff and it's illegal. Um, not gonna go into that. It's too obvious, right? So just a disclaimer, you guys may own some of these watches, and I mean no harm whatsoever. I don't think of you as a less of a person if you own this. I own watches that a lot of people hate, right? I love a Tudor Royale. Tudor Royale is a beautiful watch to me, but a lot of people find that aesthetically offensive, right? I've spoken to a lot of people who find that really ghastly, as our friend TGV would say. But so the watch that did trigger this was, let me share my screen here. Uh, I was, strolling down Instagram lane, and a video popped up, a short reel or something, and it was of. Let me share my screen. It was of. Bear with me here. It was this guy. We've talked about this before, so that's why this is going to be like the main example, right? So this is the Rangemaster, and in the video, uh, it was so ugly, like, and I didn't quite get it in pictures. So when I saw it in the video, I know Dibs talk about this too, right? He finds this pretty bad, but um, this is I could not believe how people are so enthusiastic about this. I mean, their comments on this example picture that I picked, that's one right there, as you can probably see. Um, People love this thing, and I don't understand it.
Have you seen the prices on eBay? They're still super high. It's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
and that part I can get because it's scarce, right? So even there are ugly watches that are scarce, and they're ugly because they're scarce because they're ugly and super expensive because of that. Like the Rolex Air King with the double nines. Um, so the nine instead of the three.
Hmm.
So is that Air King? Yeah, that would be the Air
Okay.
King. Yeah. So super expensive there, right? But this thing, some of the things that I find offensive uh, are the indices. They're chopped off at the end, and every single index is chopped off at the end. The font of the 369 looks like a badly compressed photo. Um, the case is got that Sarb, like the Sarb
Yep.
33, 35 look and
Yeah.
feel to it.
Yep.
Um, and it looks strange because the bezel is bigger. And it looks like squished. The whole watch looks squished. It looks like a car crash. Um,
A Cartier crash.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to, this triggered a thought in my mind. Are there any other watches that I find actually offensive? Because I actually had a reaction when I saw this, and when I saw the video, it was in this particular picture. This picture makes it look half decent, right? When I saw that real life video of a guy, walking down the street wearing his watch, doing a wrist roll, and everyone going, "Wow, that's such a beautiful watch," I was thinking, this can't be. This is not this. This can't be life. This can't be a reality right now. Is this like the Emperor's New Clothes, and I'm the kid saying you're not wearing any clothes? This is this. Okay. Anyway, so I'm having a similar reaction to Dib actually that he had way before me, um, and so that got me thinking of hey, are there any other watches that I find similarly offensive? So that was the started topic, and that's a disclaimer. If you own this watch and you love it, good for you. And if I see you wearing this watch, I'm still gonna say, is that? And I'm still gonna shake your hand because you're wearing a watch, and if, chances are, if you had this watch, you're a watch enthusiast, even though I find it ugly. Um, and there are ugly watches that I find ugly but cool, like the Omega Prof. I find that watch ugly, but it's ugly in a really cool way. You know, this is just bad. Anyway, let's go to the chat, and then we can talk about you guys if you have any picks or you have any thoughts about what I just said.
That
Um,
watch is a car crash of influences that it's homaging. I think that's why it looks so odd. It's,
yeah,
TGV said the numerals are aerospace. Obviously the hands are Tudor Ranger.
yeah,
You have some other things. The indices are a bit more modern. So yeah, it is sort of a car crash.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was trying to make the connection to those numerals because I knew I had seen them somewhere.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
Breitling
now that you
Aerospace.
mentioned Breitling Aerospace. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
he said that in the one of the videos they did that
Okay.
that's the inspiration for the numerals.
Okay. That makes sense actually. So
Hmm.
it's still not.
Right, because I think he has a Breitling Aerospace too, right? Like Mark.
Does he?
I
Oh,
thought
Mark does. Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, Mark
Mark.
does.
yeah.
Yeah. Mark has to have a Breitling Aerospace. Says yeah.
Well, he's I
He might
guess
have an
ancient.
emergency too. He may have an emergency
That would be
too.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I should also say I like TGV and I like Mark. And this is not just because we kind of you know make fun of them in a here or there, but it's not out of hatred or disdain. It's kind of like gentle ribbing. At least that's what I
Yeah.
think of it as.
I've watched a
I
lot of
really
their
like that.
videos, separate videos and together. But gosh, when I got in, those two were my go-tos. So
Yeah, yeah. Kevin here with a funny comment. Sanjay's learning how to steam milk even though he's lactose intolerant. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't know where you got that. But yeah, I watched a 20-minute video on how to steam milk. I don't know why. I'm not gonna buy that steamer. Grecia's expensive like pressure metal GS. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Hey, look at that. Jay will work. Says the tutorial is gorgeous. Absolutely. Kevin S. You're infinitely valuable. Your watch is offensive. That'd be a great icebreaker. Chaz says now TGV is weeping uncontrollably. There's Deb. He joins the chat just in time.
and they did donate some of the proceeds, so I guess one good thing came out of it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep. I forget which charity right now,
Okay.
but they did like 10%, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, Justin, good to see you, Justin. This is never underestimate the power pools in large numbers. I wouldn't go that far, because I wouldn't call them fools. I know you're joking, Justin, but yeah. Kevin says pure garbage. Bobby Leg saying this is so bad. Yeah. Social media is powerful. I'm not gonna read Div's comment there. It's funny. Okay, so let's see. A red 24 at the top offends me. Really? I'm guessing that's what was in the chapter. Yep. Yeah. And I know the red tip seconds hand offends Amin, so okay. So Justin said that the medal is mine and ended up being forged into this pile. Could have been so much more. All right. So, Pete's here. Good to see you, Pete. I believe Tudor has made some more accepting, made people more accepting of homages. No coincidence. Tudor folk that Islander, like that Islander. I'm guessing. That would be interesting if Tudor folk like that Islander. Let's see. Sam says it's funny how two enthusiasts who critically analyze watches managed to produce that and got 300 sheep to buy it. Oh man. Yeah. I'm just gonna scroll down here. I am avoiding Dib's comments like the plague. Wait. Yeah. Okay. That one's not too bad, but I'll skip that one too, Dib. No offense. Sympathy for the bezel. Are the rules of the game for looks solely, or can it be for being offended for pricing as well? Yeah. I think it could be within reason. I was thinking maybe not if a price of watch is like $250,000 and it's offensive because of that. But there could be, I guess a lot of Ublos get the bad rap for being overpriced, right? So that people are offended by how expensive Ublos are. But I was thinking more along the lines of mechanically offensive. So there's a watch that I find mechanically offensive that I have mentioned in the past, but we'll get back to that one. So it could be just not just aesthetically offensive, but a variety of reasons. And I know you guys haven't had as much time to think about it, Clayton and Torin, but Clayton, do you have anything you'd like to?
So I actually saw one today.
Okay.
And going back to what you just talked about, I saw my first Hublot Big Bang in the flesh today.
Okay.
They had two of them there. They had like a forged carbon, sort of checkered like material. It was and with sap blue and black sapphires all around the bezel. It was truly one of the most ugly watches I've ever laid eyes on in my life. And then they had a white ceramic, I assume it was the material, also with like white sapphires around. I tried
Okay.
the like forged carbon one on. It was gigantic, but they wanted $70,000 for it. He told me. So and he agreed with me. He's like ugly watches. I've always like been indifferent because I've never. It's just not in my price range, and I've never like had a strong opinion about them either way. But I will say it was one of the more offensive watches I've ever gotten to handle in person. I think it was just a big no, even if I had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like this.
Except it was like it was like a black and blue colorway. It was black case, like a like like the checkered sort of forged carbon type of it just looked dated because of that in my opinion, but not in a good way. And then it had like blue sapphires
Like this thing?
around. Yeah, like it had that definite case, but
Oh,
then around the bezel there was blue sapphires.
Okay.
It was something. I will say the leather strap was lined with rubber, and that felt awesome. That felt really good.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the watch itself was not
Not good.
not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hublot does get a bad rap. I haven't really seen one in person. I mean,
Yeah,
but I don't think I'd enjoy the look of that. There's the was it the Big Bang Classic? Those ones are
I've seen
tolerable.
some that are like fine,
Yeah.
but
yeah, the
these were
classic
like
fusion's pretty clean.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, the that if it was carbon fiber with blue sapphires, that does sound like a
yeah.
yeah repulsive.
This is like a clown who goes full makeup, full like big red shoes, gigantic nose. Like this is loud, and it was just not nice in my opinion. But if you like it, hey, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good one. Good choice. Um, James says I find indexed fixed bezels and other non-functioning features like fake rivets, fake chrono pushers, etc. offensive. Yeah, yeah. So like where it's just form and no function. I'm guessing. So yeah, fake rivets, fake chrono pushers. That would be extremely offensive to me. Like
Yeah,
that that would be
Agreed.
awful.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, fake rivets I can take or leave. Um, chrono pushers. That's bad. I didn't know such a thing existed except in like fake watches. But yeah. Oh man. Dip saying Hublot is the best. You're saying you don't want a Big Bang Unico and flex at the peeps.
oh.
Yeah.
And it was also
Uh,
just comically big on my wrist too, like just humongous, and that added to the just outrageousness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael saying overseas is a clown show, like the Vachon
Wow.
Constantin. Wow, that's an interesting take. Not a huge fan of the overseas myself, but I don't mind it. Brick watch prices are offensive. I'm not. Have you heard of Brick Watch? Brick.
Yes, it's a brand by Dave Portnoy, who found Barstool Sports here in the U.S. He's out of Boston. He just
Okay.
came out with it. Luxury Bazaar. I haven't watched it, but Roman. Was it Roman Sharf? Is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they interviewed him about it, and I guess it got. I don't know. It was a pretty good interview. I guess I started it, and I haven't seen it. I don't watch that channel, so.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, he everyone's claiming that because he's charging like $2,400 for these watches, and they look like fashion watches essentially. So
Okay.
that's
Hmm.
the rub there.
Yeah. Okay. I think I saw like a Instagram video on one of the were they like taking apart and saying
Yes,
this part costs this
they
much?
priced it out. Yeah, they
Okay.
priced
Okay.
out
Okay.
what it cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Um. Let's see. Uh, Kevin Essing, like a Roaring Blazers, Seiko for Rich Fools. I'm guessing the Big Bang, the Hublot. We can see that. Justin saying I've only seen Hublot uh, in person one time. He was a music producer, so he checks out. There you go. Let's see. Dib saying Hublot Big Bang Unico has a in-house flyback chrono. They're decent buys at half the retail value. Now to set off the GoFundMe. Yeah. Bobby Lexing say rivets twice in a row. Rivets. Let's see. Pete saying I never find trying offensive. So Hublot is fine whether I like them or not. Not trying and being boring / safe. That's offensive. Yeah. It's a good take. Pete always has the good takes. The one might say not so obvious take.
In person, I like weird stuff. It took me seeing it in person. I was like, okay, this is and so many sapphires. That's just not attractive to me on any watch. So that
Yeah.
just put it on the edge.
What about the
really?
the Submariner with the sapphire encrusted bezel?
Oh,
I
yeah.
really like that one. Have you seen
Yeah,
that
that
one?
one. Yeah, that one's okay. And then it's like, is that it has blue and like white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think diamonds on like the cardinal, not the cardinal points, but um gonna search Submariner Sapphire. Two posts. That okay. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I don't
Yeah.
care for the lugs. I don't think the lugs need it.
Yeah.
Agreed. Or the crown guard.
Crown guards.
I don't know. I
It actually
really like
goes
this one.
against the function, I would say, of a tie
Right.
watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's go back into the chat here. James saying some fashion watches have chrono-like pushers for their calendar sub. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad. Oh no, Kevin made the same joke. See, I think I'm original, but I'm not. I'm just basic. Sympathy for the bezel says, guys, I think Jacob and Co is more offensive than Hublot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I would agree
Um,
with that too.
some cool from Jacob and Co, but some most offensive. Okay. Torin, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, I haven't had much time to prepare. I think one watch that I've done a 180 on this, but at first when it came out, it's the Breitling Endurance Pro.
Okay.
I was offended just because I thought the dial was so noisy. It was pretty pricey for basically a high accuracy quartz watch, and the colors were really loud to me. But that being said, I tried one on the last time I was at your AD, and I really like it a lot actually. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I can pick up a used one for a good price, I probably will.
Mimo
own
is
one, right,
selling the
Clayton?
one. Yeah. Mimo is actually selling the one. I sold it to him. He's a dealer out of Long Beach, California. He's still selling it. I've contemplated buying it back.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
because to me it looks like a very tactical watch, but like all the numerals are cut off, basically,
Mhm.
right? It's like
Mhm.
very crowded. The chapter ring is like bright colors, and again, now I really like it. I like the material that it's made of.
Oh,
a
it's
lot of
so tough.
proprietary.
It's just
Yeah,
such a tough watch. I banged that
yeah,
thing countless times and never a mark on it.
yeah. To me, it's like an upscale like G Shock, like an analog G
Oh
Shock,
yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
Yep.
so.
And
I've
Breitling's
yeah.
their anti-reflective coating is just top
That's just it.
notch.
The
It's just
crystal is so
yeah,
clean. Yeah.
it's really great.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they had a smaller version of this, but
Yeah.
you can't really fit everything into a smaller dial.
And I
I
think the
suppose.
idea is it's, for training and everything, you want it
Yeah,
to
it's
be a
definitely
bit
marketed
bigger
towards
and
right. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
want it to
And
be a little
Clayton, you
more
like
legible.
you run marathons and stuff, right? So I can
Yeah.
see like the
Yeah.
appeal, right? It's got
I did
the
not run one with
altimeter,
you're
it's
right,
got
right, right.
the
Yep.
timing, yeah, function.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a previously offensive watch to you. It's something you're actually looking into getting now, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like not actively looking, but if the right one came up, I think I'd grab it.
Yeah. 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 I always thought that was kind of cool. I know Amin had one for a while too. Um, yeah. Really cool watches. Pricey, pricey. I agree with you. Kind of
Yeah,
pricey.
like retail is kind of steep. Like Canadian is like just under 4 grand,
Hmm.
but like you can get them for close to half, maybe a little bit more. I would say
I think Mimo
used.
is selling my old one for like 2200 US.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which I think
So
that's
that's
around the lowest
attractive.
I've seen.
Yeah. Sarmad, hey, good to see you. He says, I'm afraid of you Invictus huge watches. They look like weapons. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of Invicta watches are quite defensive. I mean, probably like 99% of them. Even like the ones that are restrained, they're all usually knockoffs.
Yeah, their
I shouldn't say
designs
that.
are very much inspired by other
Yeah.
brands.
Yeah. I shouldn't
Didn't
say
stop me
all.
from owning. I actually owned like two. Like when I started off, like
Yeah.
they were big suckers. It was a 47 millimeter chronograph, and then
Wow.
it was a dive watch that was very much inspired by Submariner, but not like their Pro Diver. Like it was a bigger version of it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. Y'all got to learn somehow, right?
I had one too. I had a Pro Diver.
Yeah.
I sold it on Facebook Marketplace to a guy who was starting a job and needed a watch, and he was so happy. It made me happy.
Yeah.
Met him in the parking lot of a Lowe's.
Oh, really?
yeah.
But no, he was like, starting my new job tomorrow. This is awesome. He loved it. So hope he
Oh,
still wears it.
yeah.
It's true. The
That-
guy I sold it to was really enthusiastic too. Like he's like, I only collect Invictas, and he's like, I follow them. I guess he follows the shopping channel or whatever. And he's like, whenever there's a new model, he's like, I'm snapping it up. I'm like, okay, man,
yeah.
take my Invicta.
That could be like past Jeff McMahon.
Yeah, he had 55 at once.
Yeah.
Well,
Matthew, congratulating
Oh,
Clayton here
thanks. Thank you.
because he
Thank
really
you for
enjoyed the last
listening.
two episodes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I felt I was a bit harsh in the last one. It was kind of like this.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch. I gotta listen to that
I was
one.
just being honest.
Yeah. That
I
was
have an
like the
old dog
brand.
here breathing heavy, so if you hear that, he's just nervous.
Yeah. No worries. Is that was the one with the brands that are.
Transformers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my download list. So
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say, Matthew. Thank you.
yeah. Sarmat saying Jacob and Co. watches offend me because I cannot buy them. Yeah. Um, Jay will work says Invicta is definitely offensive. Pete saying that Endurance Pro is really weird. No one liked it. I didn't. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't, Pete. Everyone panned it. Years later, people love it. It sells out and it's doing fine.
And now they have the iron that have like say it's like a red, the dial is red too.
Oh yeah,
So they're a little bit of a because they have the Iron Man branding and but they're nice too. The yellow one is they make I think they came out with a new yellow Iron Man version of it, and it's really sharp.
yeah. I'm trying to see if it was here somewhere. I thought I saw it, but oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's the red one. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah, so those are nice. The yellow one, I think the yellow one may actually it may not be a black case. It may actually be like it might be silver or steel. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
oh yeah,
that no, I don't know.
Hmm.
Can you can maybe just Google like Breitling Endurance Pro Ironman Yellow. Maybe it'll come up. But yeah, I thought that one was really nice.
Breitling, Iron Man.
Titanium, Pete said. Yellow was titanium.
Okay. Oh, they're all red. Oh wait, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
It's like a
fun.
Fume dial.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool. That is cool. All right. Let's get back to the chat here. Matthew saying hearing the Black Bay 41 Heritage is going to be discontinued. Yeah, it's about time.
Wow.
It's been too long. They need to put that new movement in there. And not just discontinue it, but replace it with the thinner version.
I bet the
Black Bay 41.
36 and the ones with the old movement are going to be gone too. Just the non-dive ones, the 41 and the 36.
Yeah. The 36 they already have, I don't know if it's a Salida, but they
ETA.
have like a chronometer certified, like the Black Bay 36 steel and gold. Oh yeah, you just said not just the gold ones, right?
Right.
right,
The blue dial, the silver dial. Well, I don't know. Maybe the silver dial has the I don't know. I can't keep up which ones have the in-house and which ones still have the smiley.
Yeah. Hans here with a little spicy take. Endurance Pro is less expensive than the Moonswatch. I actually love the Moonswatch.
I like it too. I like the idea of it anyway.
I actually bought my Speedy Pro I think about a month after the Moonswatch was announced.
I bought mine the month before, so
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing.
Because I had sold my Speedy Pro prior to make some other watch work. I can't quite remember what, but when I saw the Moonswatch come out, I was so excited. I actually had to get the Speedy back eventually, which I did. But yeah, I like the Moonswatch. But there we go. So another watch that I mentioned is really offensive to me, and this one is mechanically so. And again, not new news here, but the Accutron, but the electrostatic turbine version of the Accutron watch. It's not below Accutron anymore, but let me
They
pick
split off.
a picture. Yeah, Accutron. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? So let's see here. This one, and it's gonna. Mark has this watch too, so this is
Yes.
kind of bad. but no offense, Mark. I know you're not watching, but still.
He sells them, right?
Does he sell Accutron?
I think so.
Oh,
Oh, maybe
I'm-
not.
I live under.
I know
a
he
rock.
has one. He did videos on them, but I can't
Yes, he
remember if
did.
that's because he bought it or because he
Better
sells
than
them.
Spring Drive.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
what we talked about. That was what I
Yeah.
found really offensive when he said this was the next step to Spring Drive. This thing doesn't hold a candle to Spring Drive, and it's so unnecessary. It's like I get the spinning turbines, and I kept pleading with people to kind of explain it to me better. Maybe I'm not getting something as to why this is so impressive, but basically there are turbines here that are spinning that is creating a charge. That charge is going into a capacitor, right? And that capacitor is powering the quartz oscillator and calling the time. No stepper motors, so it's just a smooth sweep, I believe. Not quite sure if there's a frequency at all involved, because Spring Drive has like the glide wheel that's brake that has an electromagnetic brake, but this one, it's just next door to a kinetic watch. A kinetic watch is where a rotor just spins and it's creating a charge, because that's how motors and motors work, where you spin the it's been a while, but you spin a motor backwards, you're creating electricity, right? And that goes into a capacitor, and that powers the quartz oscillator, and now you're telling the time that way, because Yeah, that goes into the integrated circuit. This is, to me, this is next door to a kinetic watch. Is generating electricity in a completely unnecessary way. Um, spring drive is different. It's so different. But again, maybe I'm missing something, which is why I put that disclaimer out there. No one's been able to explain it to me in a way that satisfies me into thinking this is a cool innovation. This really is more like a, maybe this leads to something better, but this is more like a beta test to me. To Yeah, I don't get it because it uses a capacitor. It doesn't generate electricity in this innovative way. I mean, kind of does with the electrostatic turbines, but it's just offensive to me. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on this watch, the Accutron? Again, I'm not meaning to sway anyone. If you do like this watch, you know, more power to you, right? It's don't be discouraged because I'm talking about it this way. It's just when Mark said this is the next thing to spring drive, that made me have a reaction because I just didn't understand. Um, so yeah, Clayton, thoughts?
I have no strong opinions on it. They're not for me. I owned a vintage one, which was a really cool watch.
Yeah,
But yeah, that video, I remember. I don't know if we talked about it on. I don't know if that was Watch Soup or what we talked about it on. But I remember
yeah,
we were
it was watch.
laughing at. He was either he was trying to justify buying it or he had just started selling them. We were like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I feel like he wasn't justifying buying it because he was thinking about buying it for a long time. I remember some of those conversations he'd have with TGV. Um, they would be chatting about this watch, and he'd mention how cool it was, and it looks cool. It doesn't look bad.
I've seen
It's
them in person. I haven't tried them on, but I've seen them in the case. They look cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if someone said, hey, this is a cool looking watch, it just happens to have this, weird way of generating electricity. It's just a different generator. It tells time in the same way a kinetic does. But yeah, yeah. Glad you had no. I don't want to
They
get
are
back into.
big. They are big. Kevin said they're too big. They're
Yeah,
ginormous.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to try one on before I pass too much judgment. I just
yeah,
think aesthetically, and even the prior versions of it, like with Volvos, it was just aesthetically a nice looking watch. I never
Hmm.
really got too caught up in the mechanics behind it.
yeah. I think the original Accutron is incredibly cool, and I think that is groundbreaking. That was
Yeah.
um, that was a new way to tell time, right? And they didn't have quartz oscillators back then, so they were using a tuning fork,
Yep.
and that's why it was humming. And it was the watch that hums and it doesn't tick. And there's so much going on there. That's a really cool watch. Um, yeah, this one, it's it's there for the sake of being there.
It's just to revive a brand or revive a name. That's all.
Yeah,
Really.
Yeah, I do think
Right.
it's more for
Yep.
marketing.
Yeah.
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 That's a good way of putting it. Accutron's a Rube Goldberg device. Yeah. Um,
I had a vintage. One of the first when I first got into watches, I bought an Accutron Astronaut, which was actually given to the Accutron. The movement could handle like the high G-force, so pilots were given them by the government. And this one was a 1964 Accutron Bulova Accutron Astronaut. It was really cool. I ended up selling it to my friend John. I've actually tried to buy it back because I shouldn't have sold it, but it was a really cool watch. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It was
And
in like phenomenal shape. The guy got it and never wore it. And
yeah.
then his son found it after he passed away and sold it to my watchmaker. Very cool.
So what was that one called again?
The Bulova Accutron Astronaut.
Full of
It's a GMT watch.
yes, 121 posts.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the first one is like the one I had.
oh, okay.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool little watch.
Yeah. I think Forstner Bands makes a homage to this thing.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
I've
Yeah, it
never
looks
seen it
fun.
other than that Forstner Bands homage.
Yep.
Um,
It's a smaller watch, like 34, I think. But
yeah,
I enjoyed it. Yep.
that's a good looking watch.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah.
That one in
Uh,
particular went through batteries quick.
oh yeah.
So
All the Accutrons do.
yeah. So you just because they're not the correct batteries anymore, so they just eat through them.
Yeah.
My watchmaker just told me when I'm not, if I wanted to, I could, you can undo the battery hatch in the back and then just have it not wearing it. That'll save you because you will be replacing them quite often otherwise.
Yeah. There was a similar technology with Omega in the 50s, I think. I think they were called the F300s, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check here. 300, yeah. So, one of the sales guys at the dealership I work at had one of these, and it was eating through batteries as well. So
Mm,
this one hums as well. Um, this this movement F300 is a movement, if I'm not mistaken. But really cool
mm,
watch.
cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it just blows through batteries. So I was telling him to pull out the crown and leave it pulled out
Yeah.
because yeah, you and one of the local authorized dealers were just ripping him off like $300 a battery change or
Oh God.
something. So
Oh,
yeah, I changed the battery for him once, and I just said pull the crown out. If it dies, just let me know. But yeah, crazy. Um, Clayton, do you have another one to throw in there?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, I guess it's not a watch, but like sometimes when people and if they like it then that's fine, but just I wouldn't do it is like trying to cram like a stainless steel bracelet on like the 925 or cram bracelets
Oh,
on, or like even on like some of the ever brilliant steel Seikos, like I think McMahon may have done it a couple times. Put a
yeah,
bracelet on yeah, where it just doesn't quite match. I don't know, that just I guess it offends me.
yeah. So mismatching metals.
Right,
It's like putting a steel bracelet on a gold watch.
right.
That's a bit more stark of a
Yeah.
difference, but
I think what's his name? The one of the guys from Fratello put it on his put a bracelet on his 925, and he likes it, so that's awesome. But it
okay,
just I know he got a lot of flack for it. He was like, "Hey, I like it, so
yeah,
sue me," and that's
yeah,
a good attitude to have. But yeah, I wouldn't do it.
yeah. I mean, I'd be concerned. Like, I'm concerned right now with my 9 to 5, because again, spring bars. It always comes down to spring bars. I I'm concerned about the stretch. Like the spring bars, the holes are gonna get bigger because
Yes.
if I put a spring bar in that doesn't fit perfectly, there's gonna be some play, and that's gonna stretch out
Yep.
those holes.
Yep.
And
I was worried about that too. I thought I
yeah.
noticed it actually happening.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm
then
gonna do
don't
an
play
episode.
into it. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, right. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Don't sell it right away.
well,
Right.
he's going to the AG tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they open on Sunday?
No.
Oh,
But I would be even more concerned about a steel bracelet on a silver watch because
hmm
it's gonna leave marks, not just marks, it's gonna leave divots. And that would kind of suck. So yeah, I don't know. I'd be too scared to do it, even if I was tempted to put a steel bracelet on the 925. Yeah, but I don't even know if I'd be able to find that on a picture of that because that'd be an interesting, like a difference to see a stainless steel bracelet on a 925 silver watch. That just sounds like it would look wrong, you know.
it
But
didn't. I mean, it looked okay. Yeah, he really enjoys wearing it like that. So,
yeah,
um, might be able to find it like just Fratello. I can't remember his name right now. I can't. Brains, brains done.
yeah, yeah. We'll find
Mike,
it,
Mike is his name. Mike.
Mike. No, it was probably John.
Yeah.
Let me
Steve.
Google Fratello 925 tutor. Let's see if
Bracelet.
yeah.
Because he wrote an article specifically about wearing it. That might be it. Or
2 months of living at the tutor. Black 58.
he,
Michael stop.
that's him.
There you go.
Was Mike. Let's see if he shows it on the
Oh,
bracelet.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Mike.
Pretty sure he wrote an article specifically about wearing it on the bracelet too.
So it's not going to be here then.
I don't. Yeah,
let's
it might be a
Google.
separate article.
Actually, I think there was a recommended. Recommended article there. Let's see. No, maybe not. Maybe it got taken down.
Yeah.
Too much-
He even said on the Fratello podcast that he got a lot of haters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's not cool. Oh, this guy here,
That might be it. Yeah.
Fortuner Model J.
Yeah, that's it. I don't like it.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
No.
Oh, I mean, if he likes it, as Chaz would say, bless his heart. Oh, but actually, no, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what that actually means. Seems to be more offensive to say that than to not say it. So my apologies. Oh wait, I was scrolling down here, but you guys can't see the actual. Where is it? Here, let me share the actual article. Stop screen. I'm getting there. All right, there we go. Oh man, StreamYard. Okay, here we go. So
Yeah, there it is.
yeah,
I don't like the way it looks.
I mean, when you
Yeah.
oh, it's so different. What do you think, Torrin?
Really cool. You don't think it looks too bad?
I don't mind it. At
No?
least it's got the end links that are kind of integrated into the watch head.
Yeah.
If it was just straight links, it would bother me a lot more.
Yeah. I think Fortuner makes it specifically for the 58.
Oh, that's probably the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the 925.
See how if the back of his lugs are torn up.
Oh, really? Oh.
If
No,
they
I was
had
going
it
to
all
see if they are.
brushed, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Like if the center links
Yeah,
were
that's where it
polished.
also because it's not brushed. It doesn't look too bad. You got some.
Yeah, it's not bad. He tapes his lugs. He takes care of it. You can tell. I don't. That would drive me up a wall, like the difference in finishing, or
Yeah.
not just the finishing, but the luster.
Right.
But hey, seems like he likes it.
See, that shot there looks not too bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I can tell you can.
I don't like it. I don't
That's
like it.
fine.
But yeah, man, his watch, he can do what he wants if he likes
Yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bless his heart, as Chaz might say.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
When you can't think of anything nice to say. Okay, so I said it okay then. Thank you, Chaz. There you go.
It's like a verbal head shake, kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless his heart.
He means well.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick is here. Good to see you, Patrick. Speaking of 925, there you go. It says, Kara Joey, good to see you. So 95 sold on Topper for 3,800. That's
There's
pretty
tons of one
low.
I'll sell for about that after the discount too.
Yeah. Pat saying not sure what I missed, but the 95 looks great on black rubber. Vanguard makes the size small strap. Well, there you go. Small wristed gents. I will have to look into that.
Looks good
I
on
know,
rubber. Looks good on leather.
Torn, you had yours on a Vanguard, right? your BlackBerry?
Yeah, the blue, the
Yeah,
BlackBerry 58 blue. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it looked nice.
yeah. I bet the black looks amazing on the BlackBerry 58. 925. I mean, so that's a good reminder there from Pat. Um, Mike Michael mentioned something about it. I was gonna. Oh, there we go. He's starting out with service putting bushings into precious metal lug holes. That's a good service. I semi expected Tudor to put their ceramic like it's not a coating, but it almost like a bushing. They do that on their bracelets, like the ceramic snaps, and they coat the inside of the bracelet. It looks like at least
Hmm.
with ceramic, and that would be perfect because
Mm.
you know steel won't wear away ceramic, and that's the reason why they put it on the bracelets too, because the ceramic ball bearings are going to wear away steel, so they have ceramic to protect the ceramic. Um, Unfortunately, not on the lug holes. But yeah. Torrin, do you have another watch that you'd find semi-offensive, aesthetically, mechanically, physically?
Nothing really stood out. I mean, I will say again, just because your AD shows us some cool stuff. I initially had large reservations about the Planet Ocean Ultra Deep. Is it the
Okay.
Ultra Deep?
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
But because just size wise, I mean, it looks like a toy compared to like the Deep Sea Challenge or whatever. But your AD actually pulled one out. I mean, it was spoken for, and then I
Mhm.
tried it on. I'm like, you know what? This actually wears okay. And like, if I wanted to, I could probably pull it off, although it's still pretty thick. But
Hey, it looked like I could pull it off too,
yeah, that's
in
right.
like a weird, twisted way. I was really
Yeah,
surprised.
ironic kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. The last one I was gonna mention. Oh, we're already past the time, but really quickly.
Mhm.
Um, it was. Let me share my screen here, just for full effect. You know, no, it's not that bad, but it is the G Shock, the one that Mr. Bobby Legs gave away. John Muir G Shock,
The white one,
the white
or the
one.
blue one?
No, no,
No, he
the
gave away
white
the
one.
white one.
I mean,
I
this is
like that
another
one.
one. It's. Would you say you like it because of like nostalgia glasses?
No,
You have
I did buy it. I bought it. I sold it, but
yeah
I did buy it. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I just thought it was kind of fun,
yeah.
but I can understand why it is universally banned.
Is
Definitely.
it like hated amongst
I think so.
enthusiasts?
I think
Oh,
that was
okay.
the least popular. I think people. I think people like this last one.
There's
The
no.
the blue one.
Was it similar to this one? Oh, I see. Okay,
That
here.
one. Yep.
Yeah,
That's now. I think he's done with the trilogy of keyboards.
yeah. Mm,
I like the first one best. That one.
this one, yeah, the black
That
one.
one is nice.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't particularly like this G Shock case. This style of G Shock.
6900.
Yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
guess this is like the vintage one, right? This is the one. I know when I was a kid, this was the big G Shock.
It was big
Um,
in the 90s.
okay, so that
Yeah.
makes sense
Yep.
because yeah, I was a kid in the 90s. Um, and I don't know. The white looks dirty, right?
Yeah. White
uh,
G-Shocks.
except it's not. It's like out of the box. It's like this aged white, and I think that's probably partially it. Um, I just I just really find it hard to enjoy this one here. And in our circles, it was actually universally loved. Like at least in my friend group. Um,
It was like their
this was
group watch.
universal. Yeah, it was the group watch.
Yeah.
So I was flabbergasted. It was kind of like that Emperor's New Clothes thing. Where I was like, are you guys aren't serious, right? This isn't good. But yeah, turns out a lot of people like this one. So I was wondering if it was maybe like a nostalgia thing, because if people look back to this G-Shock fondly, um, I could see it being loved because of that. But I don't have a connection to G-Shocks because my dad always wore mechanical watches, so I was kind of mechanical and quartz, I should say. But he was kind of always winding his mechanical watch, so I'd see him do that. I never see him wear a G-Shock. I was the only one who wanted a digital watch, and I wanted an F91W, which I got. But nothing to do with G-Shocks, and so I don't have that nostalgia for it. So this is really ugly to me.
I have them for the squares. I had nostalgia for the squares, but not so much the
Yeah.
6900.
Okay.
But I like them. The first John Mayer was the first 6900 I ever had, and I actually quite liked it. I like and then I've had a few, but they've all been sold. The squares are just my favorite. But I have that new Frogman. That's the last watch I bought. The was it the 20th anniversary or 30th anniversary? 30th anniversary Frogman. I
Okay.
love that. That's my new work watch. I love
Is it
that
on
thing.
Instagram?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I have not posted really sporadically
Yeah.
only. I don't think I've posted, but it's just the 30th anniversary. Yeah, I don't think I have.
Podcast.
You can probably just yeah, no.
No. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
I think yeah, so I sold it. Gone.
Torrin, thank
Yeah,
you.
so you're welcome.
Thank you for letting me own it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm not gonna nicotine white, says Bruno. That's a good one. There you go.
Right.
That's
Yellow.
perfect. James saying, not too controversial. I find most Cellini watches visually offensive. I really like a lot of Cellini Rolexes. Cellini? I don't know how you pronounce that, but Michael says Bulova Mill ships was offensive. Let's see. New Rolex Ultra Deep Challenge needs to sink to the bottom of the ocean, never resurface again. Yeah. You know what? I saw a couple of wrist shots of that. It's okay. It's not. You see 20 millimeters thick. It's 20, right? Was it 21?
It's 20 like one or more.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that and you think, oh boy, but it's not bad.
Well, it's funny because when I tried on the Deep Sea, or sorry, the
Ultra Deep.
Omega Ultra Deep at your AD, the sales rep we deal with, John, he mentioned the guy who purchased it also purchased the Rolex Deep Sea
Deep Sea.
Challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently he just like has a thing for like oversized dive watches from like these brands.
Yeah.
And they're probably just gonna sit in a safe, but yeah.
Right.
But yeah, damn. Wow.
It's all right. It's not bad. Like, look at that.
It's like an anchor on his wrist.
I mean, if you don't know how big it is, it looks nice.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's stepped, like it's got the different layers going on.
It's true. It does break up the mass of the case a little bit.
Yeah. It's like a good cake. Yeah.
Right. That's a chunky bezel.
Yeah. I'm sure it's hiding more of the thickness.
Right.
It's probably all sapphire under there. That's a good that's a good suggestion there, Mr. Woolstork. Cowboy IKG says Wolfie loves the G-Shock. No, he was the other the other one who really didn't like the John Mayer G-Shock there. One says it's just a white G-Shock. What's the big deal? I think the big deal was I was surprised that a lot of people liked it, to the extent where a lot of people were buying it in my my immediate circle of friends, in the watch groups. I found that really surprising, especially people who don't normally buy a lot of G-Shocks. They were going for this, and I think that's usually it's community based, like the offenses. For me at least, like when Mark mentioned the Accutron electrostatic movement was next to spring drive, I took serious offense to that. And yeah, that Rangemaster was a bit of a disaster for me too. But
Well, Bruno said FOMO and trendy. It's right, because those sell out in like less than 10 minutes. So you just have to buy it and then hate it later or like it later.
yeah,
if you want
true.
one.
Yeah, Seiko Galant models are offensive to me. Yeah, I kind of want one. I think someone I know got one of those, but we are well past our time. So thank you everyone for joining us this evening. I hope no one is actually offended. This is all kind of tongue in cheek. If there is something that offends us, we don't go up to that person and say, "Hey, you offend me," or "Your watch is offensive to me. Please take it off." That's just
Speak for yourself. I do.
yeah.
Hey,
hey, easy there. You're starting to offend me.
Yeah, right. What's time in the basement?
No, so yeah, all in good fun. If you do enjoy these watches, good for you. And if you own them, again, really, really good for you. More power to you. We don't want to rain on your parade. It's kind of a fun chat. If it was not fun to you, I'm sorry. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Torin, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I'm trying to put out in the near future a review of. I got sent in a Bosphorus leather watch roll. I don't know if people are familiar with the Bosphorus leather company, but they're kind of a niche thing, and they hail from Istanbul in Turkey. So I got that Turkish connection. So I'm excited to review that in the near future.
Cool. Yeah. Do you know anything about why they're called Bosphorus? Like, is there a story behind that?
I don't know. I tried looking that up on their website, and it mentions the owners and kind of how they got started in leather crafting and stuff, but not so much on the naming origin.
Yeah, I'm super curious about that. So, because when I think Bosphorus, I immediately think phosphorus, which is highly toxic.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'd like to know. So if you ever get a chance to ask them how they came up with the name, interesting story.
True.
Yeah. Clayton, anything to plug?
New podcast, hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
I didn't get to it today, but I have it all planned out. So hopefully record either after this or in the morning, then get it out. So,
sounds good. I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again for joining us. Hope you all have a great week ahead. Great rest of your weekend first. And you are infinitely valuable. Kevin S says you are infinitely offensive. But you all are infinitely valuable. I do hope you know that. Take care, stay safe, and see you guys next week.
Good night, guys. Take care.
Good night.
See you.
Thank you.